Jimmy Fallon welcomes Elizabeth Banks. NBC Tonight.
These judges are so good, it's almost like they have superpowers.
Oh, I smell talent.
Why are you so adorable?
I don't know.
You deserve so much more than a yes. You defined what this show absolutely is all about.
Would like to remind you to set your alarm and check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response. Remember, Amera guards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of local news that matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. KC24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox. Temperatures cooling off for the evening. We're at 78 right now in Fresno, 75 in Visalia, 72 in Merced, 70 in Porterville. Live radar showing our skies to be clear. If we take a look at our valley cam, this is at the Tulare outlets. You can see the flags are blowing, still a little bit of a breeze out there, but that's just helping to cool us off for the evening. Now tomorrow, we're hot again. The heat continues, this heat wave that we're in the middle of. 97 for tomorrow, 98 on Wednesday, and then backing off just a little bit, but still mid-90s. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. KC24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News at 11.
The suspect then walked back the direction he came once the victim parked. He went back behind a fence. He grabbed an axe.
A man armed with a machete and an axe shot by Fresno County deputies. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexander Balakian. A man hospitalized tonight after being shot by Fresno County Sheriff's deputies, and it all happened in the 3300 block of Baron Way near Valentine. This happened right after 12 this afternoon. Our Juanita Adame live at CRMC Tonight with the very latest.
Officials with the sheriff's office told us they tried a less lethal method to try to get this man under control, but it was ineffective. He kept charging at deputies with not just one, but two different weapons. A scary encounter. A man armed with a machete walking along this road in Fresno County.
What we had is a phone call came into our dispatchers at 12:03 p.m. There was a worker in this area on the 3300 block of Barron Way.
A worker in his vehicle noticed the man's odd behavior and the weapon he was carrying, and he immediately called police.
So he called it in to dispatch to get deputies out here to take a look at this guy.
As the worker began driving away from the location, the man charged at the worker's vehicle, swinging the machete in the process.
The suspect then walked back the direction he came once the victim parked. He went back behind a fence. He grabbed an axe.
Tony Body, spokesperson for the sheriff's office, said deputies arrived on scene and immediately ordered the man to drop both the axe and the machete. But he refused and then charged at them.
They fired beanbags at the suspect. They did two separate sets, and it did not have an effect on the suspect. The suspect began to challenge the deputies and lunged forward toward him while still armed. So one of our deputies fired his handgun, striking the suspect.
The man was shot multiple times by a deputy. He sustained a leg wound and is expected to be okay.
You know, it's unknown right now if the suspect was under the influence of anything. You know, just at face value, to see him waving around two deadly weapons and not complying, there was some sort of disconnect there.
Now, that man's identity has not been released at this time. He was brought here to CRMC. We were also told that he is known to deputies in the area. They are familiar with him and have dealt with him in the past. Reporting in Fresno, Juanita Adame, KC24, local news that matters.
A bill fast-tracked to the governor's desk to help financially crippled hospitals now activated. Newsom signing that bill today, but there's still no definitive word if this emergency loan will turn the lights back on at Madera Community Hospital. AB 112. It's a $150 million interest-free loan and established in the wake of Madera Community closing its doors back in December. The hospital filed for bankruptcy in March. The closure added life or death minutes for Madera County residents, for those needing an ER, having to travel to CRMC. Assemblywoman Esmeralda Soria and Senator Ana Caballero fast-tracking that bill to the governor's desk. They were on hand for today's signing, and Soria said, quote, "I am grateful to the governor for prioritizing state assistance in Madera Community Hospital and other struggling hospitals have access to emergency funding," end quote. Now, time is of the essence for Madera Community Hospital as their license is set to expire May 26. If it is not renewed, the hospital will have to meet current building codes, making it more unlikely they will reopen. On Sunday Morning Matters, State Senator Ana Caballero telling me Madera Community Hospital has not offered any application for the loan or a financial plan, which is a requirement to receive the funds. Tonight, a scramble for clues. Sierra Vista Mall shoppers and nearby residents shaken over yet another shooting that left a teenager hospitalized. Ben Morris with more on what unfolded over the weekend.
Moments after this 18-year-old man was shot while driving his car right outside the Sierra Vista Mall Saturday night.
As officers were arriving on scene, we started getting other 911 calls in a residential area just south of the mall that was reporting a gunshot victim had knocked on their front door asking for help.
The victim taken to the hospital where he was later released. There were others in the car that were not hit by gunfire. After gunfire started, things got ugly fast.
Two small groups of young adults were outside of the mall. We don't know exactly what caused it, what led up to the disturbance and the shooting, but at some point shots were fired at the vehicle that collided to a tree.
Everyone in the car ran after the bullets hit. It's the second shooting in the past year at the Sierra Vista Mall. Police will be increasing patrols while continuing to work with mall security to cut out violence and gang-related activity at the mall.
We realized that the Sierra Vista Mall is a family attraction with restaurants, movie theater, things to do for the kids, and we want those people, especially our Clovis residents and visitors, to feel safe.
Clovis police have responded to the mall over 160 times so far this year, compared to just over 180 calls in the same time frame last year.
Ben Morris reporting there. A man lucky to be alive after being shot multiple times outside a gas station in Orosi. The suspect being identified as 19-year-old Jose Armas. Detectives say Armas shot the victim several times outside of the Valero gas station just off Road 128 in Orosi. This is back on April 28th. If you have any information on Armas's whereabouts, you are asked to contact the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. A fight turning deadly among two neighbors in northeast Fresno. Police have identified the suspect as 79-year-old Ira Lewis. This happened in broad daylight around 10 Saturday morning at a home near Dakota and Haston. The victim was found lying in the front yard suffering from several gunshots. Police say the shooting happened after an argument between the two neighbors. Lewis was then taken into custody. The victim has yet to be identified. Well, prom season is here, and today a grim reminder of the tragedy that can take place if you drink and drive. Right now, this is the Every 15 Minutes campaign, and it educates students, especially high school seniors and juniors, over the dangers of drinking or using drugs before getting behind the wheel. Now, today, Bullard High School students got to see a simulated car crash, highlighting just how deadly it could be from the crash site to the burial site. I was happy to be part of the demonstration with the CHP, Fresno Fire, and Fresno Police offering a mock news report of the crash site and how the decisions students make not only impact their family and friends, but an entire community. The Every 15 Minutes campaign received state funding in putting all the resources together for the event. Well, lending a helping hand, doctors at Valley Children's Hospital sharing their knowledge with doctors from Armenia. As Stephanie Barugian explains, it's a 2-week exchange that's guaranteed to impact lives half a world away.
A sharing of knowledge on a global level. Valley Children's Hospital hosting a special delegation for the next 2 weeks. 3 pediatricians and 1 hospital administrator from Yerevan, Armenia.
So these are the things we track.
The delegation comes from Wigmore Hospital for Children in Armenia's capital city, a 220-bed pediatric hospital that opened in December, serving a population of 1.5 million. The visiting pediatricians say they came to Valley Children's so they can learn to provide the best care for their patients at home.
All the system, how it's working here, and how I can use the system and making it more flexible in my hospital.
Look forward to our time together.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
The day began with introductions and some background on the medical challenges facing the people of Armenia.
The lack of, high quality and, advanced education is one big challenge for sure. And you may train your staff and invest in your own staff, but again, the hospitals, they grow, you need more staff, you need a system working in a country, an education system that provides the quality that is needed.
We're really excited to host them here, show them what we do here in terms of both clinical care as well as quality, marketing, communications, some of our specialty services.
2 of them will be in the emergency department and 1 will be in another clinical area. So
the visiting doctors got a tour of the hospital, but will soon get a more hands-on look at state-of-the-art health care for children in the Central Valley that they hope may someday be the standard of care in their home country of Armenia.
I live in my country. If you want to change something, first you have to start with yourself.
Stephanie Barugian, KC24, local news that matters.
And still to come here at 11.
I remain optimistic because I'm a congenital optimist.
President Biden hopeful to reach an agreement as the deadline to increase the country's debt limit grows even closer.
Your weather headlines for tonight. Well, the heat advisory, that has expired, but the heat wave continues. We've got some clouds tonight, clearing tomorrow. Temperatures close to 100 on Wednesday. A little cooler, but still 90s Thursday and Friday. And your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. That is going to be medium or high for the rest of the week. Ash, juniper, and privet, the predominant pollens. I'll have your complete forecast as KC24 News continues.
This is KC24 News at 11 with Stephanie Barugian, Alexandre Balakian, and the certified most accurate forecast with AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Your local weather authority, KC24. Local news that matters.
I see on Ksee stories of everyday people making a big difference. I see farmers and ranchers providing food for the nation. The work they do is so vitally important, and that inspires me to make sure they know what to prepare for, from their farm to our tables. We are all connected in the Central Valley. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact, and I invite you to see it all here every day on KC24 News.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon. A 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra-large touchscreen. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Last week, Jimmy had the return of Eve. Tonight, Jimmy is all new with Rosie O'Donnell. Sugar chats and performs. Plus John Fogerty with classroom instruments. New Tonight Show.
It's 11 o'clock. AmeriGuard Security would like to remind you to set your alarm and check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
Hobbytown is back, and we sell fun with something for almost every hobbyist, including trains, games, and puzzles, RC cars, and planes. We've got you covered. Hobbytown on Barstow and Blackstone in Fresno. We sell fun.
KC24 News is brought to you by Accelerated Urgent Care. Now, AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, temperatures were way above average, obviously, today. Definitely hot in the last couple of days. We're in the middle of this really the first heat wave of the season. And 97 was our high today after a morning low of 65. And we're going to see similar temperatures in the next several days. 78 right now in Fresno, Hanford, 75 in Visalia, 77 in Lemoore. Comparing that to 24 hours ago, a little mixed. A couple of spots are cooler, Fresno and Porterville. Warmer in Hanford, Lemoore, and also Merced, depending upon where you're at, I suppose. But the wind is coming out of the northwest, close to 15 miles per hour, a little bit stronger in Fresno and in Lemoore, but 15 miles per hour right on the nose in Hanford. A little less in Merced at 10 miles per hour. We still have our flood advisory for the San Joaquin River and flood warning for the Kings River. Both of those are until further notice. So look at our Valley Cam, powered by Eagle Mountain Casino. It's time-lapse photography from the camera on top of our building. And during the day, we saw a lot of clouds coming in from the south. That direction is south. So all those clouds that came in, they were too thin to really supply us with any kind of rain and unlikely to be that way tonight. They're hard to see because of the glare, because the camera is pointed at the airport, but the clouds are still there. They'll be clearing out later on tonight. Here's a look at our Valley Cam at Eagle Mountain Casino, and you can see that, the building is also lighting it up too, but there were some clouds there that you could see earlier this evening. Satellite picture does show there's a low offshore, and if we widen the view out, the low that's off the coast and the high pressure in the inland areas causing the flow to go right up into California. That's where our clouds are coming from. So as long as that flow is there, we're going to see some clouds for a while tonight, and then tomorrow during the day, they'll clear out. There might be some isolated showers, even thunderstorms for the Sierra Nevada. That's a very summertime activity, but for the most part, we're going to stay dry on the valley floor. It'll be 61 in Tulare and Pixley, 63 in Corcoran tonight, 5 Point 64, 62 in San Joaquin, Madera 59, Chowchilla same, Firebaugh, Merced all 59, 57 expected in Los Banos. High temperature will be 97 there, same in Dos Palos, 96 in Chowchilla, Mendota and San Joaquin and 98, and 98 also in 5 Points in Coalinga, Dunlap 91 and 96 for Visalia, Tulare, Porterville 97, same expected in Delano. Our air quality actually improving some. Today we had some unhealthy air quality counties, but tomorrow we're expecting it to be moderate across the board. Your solar forecast brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Very high numbers with our electricity generation. Unfortunately, we're probably going to have to spend a little bit of that to keep the house cool and run the air conditioner a little bit. 65 tonight. Few clouds. That's definitely above normal. Northwest wind at 15 miles per hour. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny. Another 97. That's exactly the same temperature we had this morning. 65, afternoon high 97. Same numbers exactly. So this heat wave is going to continue for us. We're going to get up to 98. Remember, my previous forecast said 99, but 98 is what I'm saying for now for Wednesday. And then still not quite so hot Thursday and Friday. And temperatures do climb a little on Saturday, but then back down to 95 again Sunday and Monday. And so this is still considered a heat wave because it's 9 degrees above average, but not getting quite as bad, it looks like, into the early days of next week. And your regional forecast, that's available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com. So please go check it out there. And we're still waiting on the first triple-digit day of the year. And so
let's wait as long as possible.
I'm okay to stay in the waiting room for that one myself.
Yeah, although it just feels like summer all of a sudden.
The upper 90s is,
it's summer.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, AJ, thanks. All right, coming up next in sports, 2 more homers tonight for Aaron Judge. Andrew Martin joins us now. Hey, Andrew.
Alex on, for the second time in 3 days. He hit 2 home runs on Saturday, tonight as well. What did he have to say about doing it again so soon? We'll let you know next in Sports Central.
Thursdays at 6 on Ksee 24. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, we go to a place where the water is especially cold. On the map.
Brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
This Memorial Day, get 3.99% APR on RAV4 or lease for $379 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, Central Valley, Mario Lopez here, and I'm here to tell you that Eagle Mountain Casino's new location right off Highway 65 in Porterville is now open with more of everything. More winning, more slots, more table games, more dining, and more entertainment. A tap house and the center bar where you can enjoy your favorite sports and drinks. So sign up to the new Legacy Rewards. Eagle Mountain Casino is still the people's casino, closer to you, right off Highway 65 in Porterville.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light duty models. We are professional grade GMC.
Your Character Matters, Tuesdays at 5 on KC24, local news that matters.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
This Memorial Day, get low 3.99% APR on Tacoma or lease for $369 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
A few years ago, it became trendy in Major League Baseball for teams to use openers. The concept being a relief pitcher would start the game, ideally get a handful of outs against the other team's best hitters, then be replaced. On Monday, the Phillies used Connor Brogdon as an opener. Brogdon is a Valley guy. He pitched at Liberty High School in Madera Ranchos, also at Fresno City College. He was asked about starting against the Giants in San Francisco. He said, quote, "I think it's probably the top moment so far of my, well, maybe not quite because the World Series, but second top moment in my baseball career. This is for sure my favorite stadium. I've been to a ton of games here, and yeah, it's really exciting." So, how'd he do? Well, he did not allow any runs, but he did give up 2 hits and a walk. He lasted 2/3 of an inning, throwing 28 pitches. The Giants won the game 6-3. In the American League, the Yankees in Toronto, Josh Allen, took batting practice before the game, and the NFL player from Fireball hit 4 home runs. During the actual game, last year's MVP, who went to college at Fresno State, hit 2 home runs. Aaron Judge with a solo shot in the first and a solo shot in the 8th. He also walked 3 times in this game. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 7-4.
You know, I'm just trying to get good pitches to hit. You know, if I get myself into good counts, lay off the bad pitches, you know, I feel like I can put a good swing on something.
Aaron Judge now has 30 career multi-home run games in the majors. He's 5th on the Yankees' all-time list in that category. He moved past Alex Rodriguez on Monday. 5 more home runs and he catches Joe DiMaggio. This is an impressive list. Ahead of DiMaggio, in reverse order, are Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, and Babe Ruth. The Ridley College men's golf team won a state championship on Monday, and it did so in style. A team score of 19 under par. According to the 3C2A website, that's the lowest team score of the 21st century. It's the Tigers' first state championship since 2016. And by the way, the state championship took place at Dragonfly in Madera. Dodgers beat the Twins 9-8 in 12 on a walk-off walk. And the Fresno State baseball team has the Mountain West Player of the Week, Pitcher of the Week, and Freshman of the Week. And that's your look at sports.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Boz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Boz Allergy today and breathe easier.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
It's Central Valley Honda dealers' race to save. Race in now for supercharged savings, like a $279 a month lease on Civic, boldly delivering up to 42 mpg. $279 a month on HRV, with loads of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And $369 a month on Accord Hybrid, hitting up to 51 mpg. But you gotta get here fast. Our Race to Save event ends Memorial Day.
There's nothing we haven't seen, from a broken spring to a garage door on a car. Precision never hires subcontractors. We're always same-day service from our own highly trained technicians.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other, meaning every turn is met with unwavering confidence. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Hurry in to lease the BMW iX xDrive 50 for $989 per month.
Why are we standing on top of these big trucks?
To show you if one of these monsters hurts you,
we're on top of the big truck companies. Call us. It's just that easy.
Call 1-877-DUNION. DUNNION.
1,000 positions hiring. Endless opportunity. Benefit from world-class training. A 6-figure starting salary. And make a positive difference in your community. Apply now, scan the code, or visit jointhechp1000.com.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, you will find quality care in medical, dental, optometry, chiropractic, urgent care services, and more. Visit us today for all of your healthcare needs.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
This is KC24 News at 11.
Well, the clock is ticking. Less than 2 weeks now until Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the nation will run out of money to pay its bills. Congressional leaders will meet tomorrow with President Biden to try and work out a deal on raising the debt ceiling. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson with the latest.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy told reporters today that both sides are still far apart when it comes to reaching an agreement to save the country from a financial crisis.
I remain optimistic because I'm a congenital optimist.
As the debt limit deadline inches closer, President Biden says he's still hopeful about reaching a deal with House Republicans.
I really think there's a desire on their part as well as ours to reach agreement.
After postponing a meeting Friday, the president is expected to meet again with congressional leaders later this week. The Treasury Department says a default could happen as early as June 1st and would trigger an economic crisis.
We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be paying the American people's bills day by day.
A default would be the first in the nation's history. Texas Republican Michael McCall says playing with the country's finances is a dangerous game.
I think defaulting on our full faith and credit, any financial person would tell you that's very catastrophic.
Florida Republican Byron Donald says Republicans already passed their plan. He says President Biden is the one dragging his feet,
leading our nation into default, and it's a very sad thing to see.
Republicans say a debt limit must include spending cuts, but Connecticut Democrat Chris Murphy has another idea.
If we want to get serious about deficit reduction, then you have to put tax increases for billionaires and corporations on the table.
And the White House is holding strong on their position that they would like to see a clean debt ceiling, meaning no federal spending cuts attached. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
All right, still here at 11, we're going to show you a woman in Ohio who is taking self-love to a whole new level. We'll explain next.
You are what you litter. Coffee cups, cigarette butts, food wrappers, soda cans. Litterheads are a major problem. But we all have a choice. Don't be a litterhead. One vision, one mission, one Fresno.
Together, we can beautify Fresno. Find out how at beautifyfresno.org.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air. And operates whisper quiet.
The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
My main mission is to give patients a breath of fresh care. My specialty is in allergy and immunology. So allergies in the skin is eczema, allergies in the lungs is asthma. And then, of course, immunology is the basic root of asthma. And as long as you have good immune control, these diseases do not move forward with being severe. I trained for this, and I need to help the community, and I know I can deliver on that.
Thanks, Les Schwab.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. See life-size animatronic dinosaurs, walking dinos, baby dinos, and so much more. Starting May 20th in Fresno. Tickets are flying fast. Buy in advance at JurassicQuest.com.
At Jacoby & Myers, we've been helping California accident victims for over 50 years. We've gotten clients 10, 20, even 100 times more than the insurance company's original offer. That's the difference experience makes. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Well, I promise you haven't heard this story yet. After nearly 58 years of living the single life, 77-year-old Dottie Fideli from Ohio is going to marry the love of her life, herself.
I have been with myself for 40 years. Something just came over me one day in church that you ought to do something special for yourself.
And there you have it. The mother of 3, grandmother, also married once before. She was married in 1965 during a quick courthouse ceremony, but after 9 years, the two then called it quits. And Dottie, giving love a second chance, she tied the knot and said, "I do," to herself. So one good thing is, well, she didn't have to sign a prenup, I guess. So there you go. And I don't know how many.
Isn't it a Seinfeld episode? We were talking about Seinfeld during the break earlier.
I don't know.
It seems to
possibly could have been.
I've fallen in love with myself.
Yeah. Well, have you fallen in love with your forecast yet?
You know what? This is not my time of year. I'm not a fan of the heat, and we've got some more upper 90s coming our way. We'll get back to 98 by Wednesday, and then backing off slightly, 96 or 95 several days in a row, and with a little cloudiness coming our way in the early days of next week. That'll help keep our temperatures in that mid-90s range, but it's still way above average. 83 or 84 is normal for today, and so that's all of these days are 9 degrees or more above average, so you can still call it a heat wave. Not dangerous heat like what we've had in the past, you know, mid 110s or whatever, but still, it's a little early to have temperatures in the 90s like this, and they're just going to hang on for a while. And back to the fact that this is going to continue to melt a lot of that snow.
Melt a lot of snow. Yeah, it's like spring lasted a whole minute.
Right.
And it was quick.
And now we're into almost feeling like real summer.
Real summer. All right, we're done tap dancing. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Higher education matters, and community colleges offer everyone an affordable education and chance at success. Go to yourcentralvalley.com, click on education, and see what being part of the State Center Community College District can mean for you.
When it came to preventing America from defaulting on its debt, John Duarte had 2 options: make the rich pay their fair share or back his party.